Oh, what a morning. You're kidding. Well, this is definitely something a little bit different to usual. We're fishing a completely different zone and targeting a completely different fish to what I'd usually go for. I'm gonna try something new and hopefully it pays off. So we're gonna be fishing East Gippsland this morning. I'm gonna be targeting some bigger bream and hopefully some flatties as well. So it should be an absolutely beautiful morning and day today. It's gonna be 30 degrees, so it's gonna be just a cracker of a day, and hopefully we'll be able to get on some fish. So let's get straight into it. Now, I always get heckled by you guys and a lot of my supporters about my squid outfit and how come I only use my squid outfit even when I'm targeting flathead and bream. So what I've done is I've went out and bought a completely new setup, a more lightweight, light tackle setup for these bream, these flatties, and hopefully we'll be able to get some good fish on the new combo. So it's a 3 to 10 pound estuary rod with a 3000 size Nasky reel with 8 pound braid on it. So it's a nice little setup, a much shorter rod than what I'm used to, a 7-foot rod. All my squid rods are like 8'6". So it should be a little bit of getting used to, but hopefully we can get some cracking fish on the new setup. It's only a couple of feet deep. So what I'm looking for is just a tiny little drop off, and we're just gonna target and fish the bottom of that drop off where the weed drops away. So as you can see, slowly starting to drop away, and there we go. 4 foot, 5 foot, and that's about where we're gonna fish, just the bottom of that drop off. So the little lure we're gonna start off using is just a tiny little 2-inch grub on a 1/8 jig head. So we'll throw that around. We have 8 pound leader on, so we're fishing pretty light, a lot lighter than what I would usually fish when I'm targeting anything really. It's the lightest I've ever fished. So we'll sink that to the bottom. Now, I'm no bream expert at all, but what I'm just gonna do is just flick little plastics around, maybe some little hard body lures, just target these weedy areas where I always see bream and think that the bream will be. So hopefully we'll be able to get onto a few nice ones. There's fish under me. On. There we go. That's a bream for sure. Yes, we are on. I don't know how big it is, but still, that's a bream. How good is that? I actually switched over to a 1/12 jig head, and we've just got our first one of the morning. Beautiful. Oh, he's a good bream too. Bang, he's a cracking bream. That's exactly what you want. Big solid brimbo. All right, take a look at him right there. That is a beautiful bream. What a beautiful fish on that 1/12 jig head with that green little grub on there. Beautiful bream. Let's get him going. Off he goes. What a cracking start. All right, well that didn't take very long at all. That was a nice solid bream too. On. There we go. Second bream. Pretty sure this is a bream as well. Just pick that up. He's only a little fella, this one. He's a much smaller bream. He's only a baby. There he is. Baby bream. Much smaller than that first one, but still, that's a fish. Oh, another hit. Only a little fish, I think. There we go. Got one. Not a bad bream either. Going nuts. Is he foul hooked? Third bream of the morning. Not a bad one. On that grub yet again. There we go. Got him. There he is right there. Another cracking little bream. Not as big as that first one yet again, but still, he's a decent little fish. I'm not a very good bream fisherman, so I won't complain getting any bream. So I'm happy with him. We're on. Oh, that's a good fish. That's a good fish. What is this? This might be a flatty, I think. Yeah, I feel like this is a flathead. Oh, this is a solid fish. First cast, I just switched over to the Daiwa bait junkie because I wasn't getting any hits on the grub anymore. This is a solid flatty. Come on, it's been so quiet for me. Oh, I can feel it rubbing. Stop rubbing. That's a beautiful fish. That is a beautiful fish. Not a monster, but still, I'll take that any day. Got him. That is a cracking flatty. That'll be the mid 50s. Alright, there she is there. Beautiful 55 centimeter flathead. So we'll just quickly pop the hook out and get her back swimming. I'm happy with that on the little 2.5 inch bait junkie. Pretty happy with that. See ya, mate. You're free now. There we go. She's swimming off. There she goes. Whew, I'm stoked with that fish. It's been a pretty slow morning, so that flatty made it a little bit better. That was literally first cast with a little bait junkie. That's so good. There we go. First cast with the grub. I just changed over again. As soon as he hit the bottom. Nice little Brimbo's grabbed it. Oh. It's funny, as soon as you change over, he's a solid bream too. Oh, yes. Take a look at him. He's not a massive fish, but I will take that any day. Cracking little bream. On the grub basher. See ya, mate. I've actually just moved over and I've gone from the little drop-offs and I'm only fishing in like 2 foot of water, just casting in these sand patches. The bream seem to be hiding in the seaweed, and then when they see something which is food, they just come out and smack it. Oh, I had a hit. There we go. Next cast. These are one of the little ones I'm talking about. Tons around this size around. Newborns. There we go. I just saw a massive fish in the real shallows as well. It's pretty windy, so what I've done is I've came all the way over to the other side and gotten out of this wind. All right, let's get another cast in. I see a weed line right in front of me, so I'm just gonna flick paddle tail right along the weed line and hopefully some brimbos, some perch. Oh, had a hit. On. Oh, bream, I think. He's a solid bream. Boom. Have a look at that. First solid brimbo of the afternoon. He's not a bad one at all. First cast on these flats. That is crazy. Go. Off he goes. Oh, what is this? I feel like this is a flatty. What is this? Just picked it up in the weeds. Second hook up. Pretty sure it's a flathead. Back the drag off a little bit because flathead have those teeth which can rub you off. Felt the head shakes. Oh, yeah, definitely a flathead. Come on. I don't think he's too big, but he's not a bad fish. Far out, he's got a bit of go to him. Got a fair bit of go to him. New combo's definitely getting a little bit of a workout here. Oh, he's a beautiful little flatty. That's what we want, a bream. Now a flatty. See if we can get him in the net. Not an absolute monster, but that is a cracking fish. Take a look. Bang! We've got him in the net. That's a beautiful flathead. Take a look at him, that little bait junkie pin right in the corner. It's just a 57 centimeter flathead, but it is the fattest thing I've ever seen. Look at the size of that flathead. Look at the guts on it. Alright, she's definitely a pregnant female, so just gonna get her going, get her swimming. Look at her, she's biting down. Bang. And she's off. See you later, mate. Anyway guys, that's going to be the end of this light tackle estuary fishing video. So we ended up doing alright. We caught a few fish, a couple of nice bream, and those 2 nice flatties as well. So we had a good little trip out here. Anyway, I'm going to go back in now and get out of here. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one.